guys, it's Paula here from 38X Fitness. I'm going to just talk you through the real basics for the Get Lean program info seminar. I've been toggling this screen for the last hour and I can't seem to make it look great, so I'll just get myself through it. You will have a handout that looks like this when you're listening to me anyway, so possibly that will make better sense until we get it worked out. So what are we going to do on this program? We are going to get you leaner, which is why it's called Get Lean. And to do that, we're going to decrease some inflammation and get rid of some toxins, sludge build up in your body, and really make you feel a whole lot better. Now, it's not tricky. There's not a one size fits all with nutrition. It is really about eating as cleanly as possible. The resetting of the hormones, the metabolic hormones, is we take a food out every 3 days, and we then take the next one out, and then the next one, the next one. And each one, I don't know if you can see this, but each one actually resets a particular hormone. Like the first 3 days, we take out alcohol and red meat, and that resets your estrogen. As red meat or all meat is actually pumped with hormones, and so we're trying to get rid of those called xenoestrogens, which are pumped into all animal products that aren't, it's not natural. So we're doing that. And then next day, 4 to 6, is no sugar, which is insulin reset, which is one of the big ones around putting on weight around your belly. And the one thing you will get from this program is a lot of inflammation is decreased around that stomach area, because we are looking after gut. So there's lots of inflammation. We all know that health and disease starts in the gut. So we're going to actually get rid of a fair amount of the inflammation in the gut, and also that insulin reset. So by resetting a lot of these metabolic hormones means that your metabolism is going to work a lot better, which means you're going to burn fat much more easily. Now, no, Rome wasn't built in a day. And so we're going to make a big dent and start the process, but hopefully by changing your the way you eat cleanly and giving you a bit more education around that, it's going to help you make better decisions, lifestyle decisions, and food choices, etc. So we do work on that 6-step to wellness here at 38X. Our philosophy is to have a good balance of training smart, your nutrition, your gut health, your sleep, your organ health, how you eliminate toxins from the body, and taming your stress and your sleep hygiene. So we kind of work on all 6 of those steps, and we're going to do that through the Get Lean program as well. So it's pretty exciting. There's lots of information. So at any point in time that you feel overwhelmed, because you will, especially when you're really detoxing, you need to make sure that you ask lots of questions on the closed Facebook page. And that closed Facebook page this time round is 38X Get Lean, May 2017. So there's a Facebook page already there ready to sign up. So you just need to go on and request to be approved, and I will do that. And then I'm going to post lots of information there. All of this information that I'm showing you, which you probably can't see that well, is actually on the Dropbox, and there's a lot of information, including this initial doc that I'm going to take the information from today. The first 3 pages are the overview, and then there's a 3rd page, which is the shopping list, which you can purchase from, so it gives you an idea about what I purchase. The thing is about this is, as long as you eat by the plate model, and I'll just bring that up in a moment, you're going to be pretty well off. So even if you do nothing else but eat by the plate model and take out some of those inflammatory foods, life is going to be pretty peachy. All right, so we're resetting your metabolic hormones, which I've talked a little bit about. And I took that program from Sarah Gottfried, a doctor. She's a hormone doctor. And then the other part of the program I've taken from a doctor called Kulri Chowdhury, and she has written the book The Prime, and she's also an Ayurvedic doctor as well. And Ayurveda has been around for 5,000 years. It's ancient medicine. And there's a few things that we take from that, like the herbs, which you will not like, but it's a necessity. So it's important to get those in. And there's a few other lifestyle factors with the Ayurvedic stuff, like there's CCFT, there's body brushing, tongue scraping, there's a whole bunch of things which I'll go through, which is part of the Ayurvedic program. It's a very gentle detox. not too stressful. It will feel stressful in moments, but usually when you get past the 5 to 7 days, you're feeling pretty good after that. One of the things about the Ayurvedic part and the neurology, because Kuri Chowdhury is a neurologist, and she basically talks about those neurochemical addictions to food and that relation that you have with your brain and your gut, and how we are going to fight those addictions to food. So that's really cool. All right. So the old ways don't work. We know that. So we've got to change something, and we're going to help you do that. We have 70 trillion cells in our body, and we need to nourish them. Every single one of those cells we need to nourish. And if we eat by the plate model, then you're going to be a lot better off. I'll just pull up the plate model. So this is kind of what you see. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. But the top of this pyramid here, it's got food and berries, protein, oils and nuts and legumes, grains and dairy. So you can see it gets less and less as the pyramid because it's upside down. And this tiny little blue 20% is just the sometimes. Now, 20% of your week is roughly about 3 times a week when you're indulging. Okay, it's not a lot. It's not 20% of the day. It's 20% of the week. And if you want your body to stay lean and be healthy and you feel amazing all the time, then this is how you need to eat. So this is the plate model. Okay, and the plate model, hopefully you can see this. We talk about this a lot. Actually, if you go onto our Facebook page, I have actually, we've done a little 2-minute blurb on this. And also in the Dropbox is all the information you need. There's a lot of information, and I think maybe I will post 2-minute videos every 3 days to what to read next and what to do next. That'll make it a lot easier, the journey for you. So here we've got 50% of the plate, half of the plate is plants, and that's green, veggies, any type of vegetable really. And then the blue section here, small, so palm size, is your protein, and then the little orange section here is smart carbs. Now, don't mistake, plants and smart carbs are carbohydrates. Okay, except plants is greens and they're called simple carbs, and they're probably a bit lower on the glycemic index. Your smart carbs, they're your starchy stuff. That's the stuff that is your tubers, your rice, your quinoa, your oats, and those sorts of things, and legumes too. On that part, we'll talk about a lot more about the plate model so you understand, and then of course healthy fats. So if you eat like this 3 times a day, then you're going to be peachy, and you can't believe actually how many vegetables you eat. On the Harvard University now is saying between 9 and 12 servings per day of vegetables. It's quite a lot, and a lot of people that say who do this program, oh my goodness, I can't believe how many vegetables I need to eat. So it's about 1.5 kilos a day of vegetables. So about half a kilo of veggies. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you try and, when you're not used to having it, it's quite a bit. But the good thing about the vegetable intake is that all the fibre in the vegetables will sweep out all the rubbish, basically the free radicals, old cells, it binds itself to those old cells and eliminates through the colon. So it's a really important part of the program, getting that intake of veggies really high. The other thing is on the Dropbox is a gut IQ test. Now it's a really simple test. It is actually Sarah Gottfried's gut IQ test. Kuri Chowdhury's gut IQ test. I do have another one by Dr. Axe, which is if you know that you have gut issues, there's a 5 gut types quiz as well. So if you're not quite satisfied with the one that I've got on the Dropbox, I have another one for you to take if you think that you really do have gut issues. I do focus a lot about the gut. As you know, I'm all pro the gut because we know that all health and disease starts here. And we have about 2,000 strands of gut bacteria in your microbiome, just in your gut alone. And we need to kind of get the balance of your good and bad up to scratch, so that way you will feel $1 million. Okay, all health and disease start here. I'm like a broken record about it, but let me tell you, if you get that right, things are going to be good. So we're going to eliminate sugar, we're going to cut dairy and gluten and alcohol, and they're your 4 main gut irritants. Things like stress and prescription drugs are also gut irritants, but I'll talk a little bit about that later, all right? So if we move on then to gut, we know that with gut you need to take out the things that I talked about, and then that's the food. And then put in things like a diverse range of probiotics. So that means like some days I'll have kombucha, other days I'll have kefir yogurt, other days I'll have a miso soup. So I'm kind of creating this diversity of probiotics in my diet. So therefore my gut bacteria, healthy ones, are your good bacteria really multiplying and making you feel better, because that's what's going to make you feel $1 million, looking after your gut health. Bone broth is a big one. I'm a big winner, and I do actually post maybe 4 or 5 videos at the very beginning on the closed Facebook page for you to think about recipes and how to make bone broth and how to make a green smoothie and blah blah blah, all those sorts of things. Lots of things go on there before, so you can actually look up. So next week is your preparation week basically, and from there go your Dropbox. I'll send a little note on what to read first. Read that, then each one there's a reset. Every 3 days is a folder of its own. Reset 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then how to. There's a 35-page document of recipes and menu plans, etc. So you're not left in the lurch. Just the easiest part is to follow the plate model 3 times a day and eliminate the foods as you go. And then there's a couple of extra things like the lifestyle stuff that I talked about. So to help your liver and your and your organs, like your kidneys, okay, you need to make sure that you drink lots of herbal tea. You're having all your vegetables, which are lots of water. You're having your CCFT. CCFT is cumin, coriander, fennel tea, and that's an Ayurvedic remedy to help digestive issues and to eliminate toxins from your body. So the whole thing about this detox is getting rid of as much sludge and toxins from your fat cells as possible. So what happens is with our modern day lifestyle, we've created this sludge from accumulation, and when your liver can't cope with those toxins and additives, preservatives, fumes, you know, but the stuff that our body can't cope too much with, basically it will start to place it in your fat cells. Push all the toxins into your fat cells because they actually can't cope. So this detox means that we're going to try and use as many lifestyle processes as possible so we can then focus on getting you detox as much as possible. So what we're going to do from there is after you've got your bone broth made and you're ready to go, and you've got your CCFT, you've taken your herbs, everything's going to help your organs big time. So from that point, I've written down here, so you're going to increase the veggies, the prime tea, the bone broth, the purified water. This is a big kicker. There's lots of toxins in water. Chloride and fluoride and chlorine, are toxins. They're actually touted neurotoxins. So they're pretty bad. So you need to make sure that you get your water in order. So either buy a Brita jug for $30, it's cheap as chips, and only drink filter water, even when you cook as well. All right. Other thing is your triphala and your ashwagandha. They're your 2 Ayurvedic herbs that help eliminate toxins from your body and make you feel better. Remember, you've got 21 days to kind of really try and get rid of as much as possible. And on that, we're going to take your herbs. Then we've got skin brushing, and there's a really simple video that I'll upload for you. It's very, very simple. Again, it just helps your lymphatic system with the skin brushing and getting rid of toxins. Go to bed early, at least 4 nights a week if you can. That's where our brain cleans itself of toxins. So in bed before 10, at least 4 nights a week. I know sometimes it's hard for people. Shut off your blue screens, take some time out to relax. Use the Headspace app. It's really cool if you're not getting to yin. Yin's really important as well. I'm going to talk about that a bit later. Have an Epsom salts bath. Remember, your skin's the biggest organ, so this is how we sweat out toxins, and we also ingest magnesium, so to help us with sleep, deal with stress. About 78% of Australians are magnesium deficient, so it's really important to get that sorted. Moving every day, I just spoke about the sweating every day. That's how we eliminate toxins through our skin. Fibre. This is a big one. A lot of people get some tummy aches, so I'd start with half a teaspoon a day. So you're taking your herbs in the morning. Can take them at night again as well if you like, but some people can only cope with it once a day. And then at night, about half an hour before you go to bed, take about a half a teaspoon of flaxseed meal and psyllium husk in warm water, and then in the morning it will help you eliminate through your colon really quickly. So if you feel that you're getting a bit of a tummy ache, you're taking too much, so just back off a little bit, and maybe you're dehydrated, so you need to up the ante on the fluids. Tongue scraping, use a spoon, get rid of the toxins. I do it 2 times a day, morning and night, when I brush my teeth, and that's a really good way to eliminate toxins from your mouth, because obviously that starts there when it goes down. Make a journal. So just diarise everything, because it's amazing how much, when you're pregnant and you forget what that felt like, all those little signs and stages. It's the same when you're kind of detoxing and eliminating stuff from your body. Do a journal, and only you need to read it, but you'll see the signs and symptoms of foods that do create havoc with you, because nutrition isn't a one-size-fits-all, which means you need to focus on what's good for you and what's not. Okay, and we're going to work that out as we go. All right. There's lots of lifestyle factors that I'm asking you to take on board in the next 4 weeks. And in it, there's also on the Dropbox, there's a roadmap there which shows you what I do every single day and the reason of what we're doing. It's a much more detailed scientific thing of why we're doing what we're doing. So you can understand much easier why you're doing and what you're experiencing and how you feel and all that kind of stuff. So take the journal, write it down. And then I'm going to talk about fasting a little bit, maybe halfway through when you're kind of liking me again, after you've detoxed and you're coming out the other side. To maintain some of these lifestyle habits I'm asking you to take on board now, hopefully a lot of them will stick. Because as you know, what currently you're doing doesn't work. And it's an accumulation, yes, and inflammation of certain foods that trigger that inflammation in your body, make you feel sick, which means you can't lose weight. If your body is unwell, and I'm not talking like you have to lie down unwell, I'm talking like you've created this inflammation response, but lots of times through the day or lots of times during the week, and your body is really struggling. It's got to look after your organs first before it can actually decide to lose weight and lose fat. The stress sometimes is too much, so it will always look after your organs and stuff before it will actually help you lose fat. So taking on some of these lifestyle factors to decrease inflammation on a regular basis and keep your body keep resetting and keep working, you'll do well. All right. Any questions, come onto the Facebook page, ask away. My number is 0411 453350, and you can send me a text. That way I will respond by text. Not very good with messages, but I'm good with text. Good with emails at manly@38xfitness.com.au, and from there we can get going. But anyway, any questions, come back to me. This last one here is about preparation. Hopefully you can see this. This is on the Dropbox, this whole file as well. So this week you're going to plan your meals. It's key if you want to succeed. You have to plan your meals and shop around planning that, so it's really quick. Like for instance, making your green smoothie at night, so you're not trying to do that new thing in the morning. Make it at night when you're making dinner the night before. Make sure that you make extra meal the night before and have it for lunch. So doing lots of things, and you can replicate, so you don't have to feel like you've got to do new things all the time. All you have to do is just change some of your meals. Like for instance, if I'm going to have spaghetti bolognese, which I wouldn't do because that's red meat, but just say I'm having a meal that would normally require rice and I've given up grains, I would do a whole swag of roasted veggies and legumes, and that goes underneath my meat, like my curry or something like that. So there are lots of ways around just shifting and changing what you normally do, and it's not much more effort. You just need to ask the questions, what can I put in here in place of? And don't think anything's too trivial to ask. It's really, really important that you ask away so we can get you on the road to feeling better and leaner straight away. All right, so the next thing is to make sure you know where to shop. So I shop at Narrabeen markets on a Friday, or Sunday at French's Forest. I go to Harris Farm. They've got loads of amazing produce there. The Harrises shop there, so the produce is pretty good all the time. I buy my fish there. I buy Oceana Traders is another place I buy my fish from. I usually buy my meat from the butchers down at Harris. There's a pretty good butcher actually called Shirley, which is a free-range butcher at Brookvale near the mall. There's lots of places to shop, and with all my seeds and nuts and things like that, I actually purchase them from honest to goodness in bulk, and then I've got everything there all the time. There is the shopping list on this info initial sheet, so if you think, oh, I don't know what to buy, they're there, and there's lots of recipes as well to go from. Make sure you log in to the Facebook page and you look at all the videos they're only 2 minutes, so it's not very long, and just get really prepared. Preparation is going to be the kicker for you to succeed. If you don't plan, you will fail. All right. Cook and prepare lots of meals, and make sure you plan your exercise regime. Now, when you're really getting tired about the day 4, day 5 mark, when your body's really in the thick of detox, especially when we hit day 10 and you're going to come off caffeine, I know caffeine, you are going to feel deathly. So it is the hardest one. Sugar isn't the hardest one for most people, which you think it would be because it's in everything. Caffeine is the bigger. So you need to start with the green tea with the caffeine, get down to 1 coffee a day, then the green tea, and then you're trying to really work your way up to them day 10. And when we get to day 10, you're not going to feel like exercising. So FST, yin, be gentle, go for a walk, stay in the green zone with the heart rate monitor on your phone if you've got the Bluetooth, so you can see it, and just move. You feel much better. Remember, you're moving and sweating the toxins out. Don't have to kill yourself. So if you don't do afterburn for a few days, it won't hurt. But in that period, probably around day 10, 11, 12, which is hardest for most people, it would be an ideal to just take it a bit easier on the exercise. But just be gentle, just see how you feel, but definitely move every day. Plan your socials and your rest, so make sure that you know exactly. Don't think, oh, I can't go out. I take some kombucha with me and some soda, and I have kombucha and soda, put it in a wine glass. People just think I'm having cider or something like that. People never ask me whether I drink or not anyway, but you just know that that's what you have to do, all right? And then you begin your detox next Saturday. So guys, good luck. You're going to be just fine. I'm right here where you need me, and everyone's in the same boat. Anyway, good luck.